Good morning, Sam. It is Monday, October 17th, 2022. Why do I still have so much physical media? Are these just relics left over from a very long time ago? No, not really. I actually bought those all less than 2 years ago. So why do I still have DVDs? I have an internet connection and streaming services. Why can't I just watch things on Netflix? I can, of course, and I do that a lot. And maybe you're thinking it's because of quality or there's certain things that you just can't get. No, not really. It has to do with intentionality. We live in a world right now where I find myself constantly just doing things I didn't realize that I wanted to be doing. And maybe that means that I didn't want to be doing them in the first place. This could be as simple as I'm just watching a movie and then suddenly I'm not watching it anymore and I've opened a tab next to it and I'm looking at YouTube videos. Maybe I'm with friends and then suddenly I'm looking down at my Instagram photos on my phone. These aren't acts that I'm doing intentionally, at least not consciously. They just sort of happen. They're kind of built in. And my goal this fall is to act more intentionally. Frequently, I think I find myself forgetting that I have choice about what I'm doing and when I am doing it. There are patterns that are built into my life that are so ingrained that I have to go through physical processes in order to break them. I've recently been trying to not use my phone after 7:30 p.m. I keep it plugged in away from my bed so I don't accidentally use it while I'm falling asleep. And I have an alarm preset that just goes off every single day, so I don't even have to look at my screen to make sure that my alarm is set for the next morning. Is that always successful? No. But a lot of the time it is. In the moments when I can think clearly, I know that I don't want to be using my phone before I go to bed. I know that it's bad for me, I know that it causes worse sleep, and there are other things that I want to be doing that aren't just scrolling through Instagram Reels. I want to be reading a book, or playing guitar, or maybe even just going for a night walk, or having a cup of tea on my balcony and watching the cars go by. And when I think about doing those things, I think about doing them intentionally. I want to go for the walk, or I want to sit on my balcony, or I want to read the book. I have to be acting with intention. Whereas there are passive things that I can do, like just looking at my phone. There's a lot of talk recently about shortening attention spans, but I think it's a lot more complicated than that. We have a lot of distractions around us all of the time. The whole world is flashy and glowing and wanting all of our attention constantly, right? Like that's the new commodity. Attention is the new oil. TikTok and Instagram and YouTube are all trying to keep your eyes glued to the screen for as long as possible. That's literally their business model. So it makes sense that it's hard for us to stay away from them. Which is why I think to some degree I have to have a physical departure. If I'm going to keep myself from being distracted, I need to put up barriers to entry. I need to make it so it is harder for me to be distracted. During the day now, I try not to have my phone on me. I'll get text messages through my laptop, and besides that, I'm really fine. I don't really need any of the other notifications my phone is giving me until after the workday is done. It's really just a distraction. That being said, I'll still find myself on YouTube. I'll still find myself doing things that I don't really want to be doing. But the physical distance, keeping my phone in a different room, definitely helps a lot. Some of it is willpower for sure, right? Like you need to not do the things that you don't want to do, but also just giving yourself a physical distance is super crucial. And it all comes back to DVDs. Why do I have DVDs? Why do I kind of still like DVDs? As much as I talk about the advent of digital media and how exciting digital media is, and it's very exciting, DVDs are intentional. When you put a DVD in the DVD player and you press it closed and you click play on the remote, you are deciding that you're going to watch this thing. You're not just scrolling through Netflix and clicking on something that looks interesting. You've put in effort, even if it's rather menial, to start the process of watching something. That doesn't mean I always finish the movies that I start on DVD, but I like the intention of it. Also, added bonus, DVDs don't have an extra tab that you can click over to open YouTube. And if you're smart about it, and you can leave your phone in another room or upstairs or plugged in or just somewhere else and just stay present to the one thing that you're experiencing, I think that that's really important. Without us really knowing it, our attention can be so easily divided. And that's what I'd really like to avoid. So this is my process, trying to act more intentionally in my life with how I spend my time, how I spend my resources, how I spend my attention. So that's why I kind of still like DVDs. Kinda. Netflix is pretty great too. Sam, I'll see you on Thursday.